Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here from Safi Financial Network. Today is August 22nd, 2024. Here is another daily analysis. All right, we just got a sharp sell-off today as kind of like we are getting into important level here for S&P 500. So we warned about the sharp sell-off. I'm not sure if this is going to be the beginning, but I believe that we are kind of like at the beginning of kind of like a nice corrective move, at least to the downside. And we are going to get deep dive into it, see what's going to be the scenarios. But right now, market, I should say, is kind of like a poised for the upside and then getting back to the downside as we are getting into Jackson Hole Symposium Powell's speech tomorrow. And it's going to be very, very important. So if you just look at the S&P 500 daily chart, here is the pivot for November, or I should say late October last year. And this is a pivot for months of May, April. And then we broken down. We recapture it lately with nice move to the upside. Today, price action was kind of like a back test to this trend line and also back test to this important area that we just got engulfed above it. So lots of people, I mean, like a short-term trader, they're just getting into long side, believe me or not. And this is a futures market. We just got a positive just because this bounce is a very nice technical reaction to broken level. When we break out this level to the upside, usually market is going to go back test for a next rally to the upside. But I'm not sure if this is the case in this scenario because tomorrow we will have lots of volatility. And I'm going to show you different charts that we can see that there are lots of charts showing us reversal pattern to the downside. Even if tomorrow or Monday we will see a positive, the bigger picture I should say is not that clear positive, especially when we are getting to September, October, and November. And don't forget, we are kind of like a pre-election season as well, so lots of volatility down the road. However, I should say, based on the technical perspective, we can see this sell-off is continuing to the downside, at least to this level, to 5,400. So when we get to 5,400, and we should see some kind of like a bounce. If we get to this level and if we see a bounce, this is kind of like a nice reverse QM pattern to the upside, and we can just get into long position potential for new all-time high. I know this is kind of like insane, but if we get to 5,400 to here, and then we will see a reversal, we can get into long position. But if we continue this sell-off to the downside, we're going to see kind of like a consolidation and then major breakdown to the downside. I should say the lower low is coming, even we are going to pivot this engulfing pattern to the downside, and we are just getting to 46 to 4700. But right now we are at the beginning, so we can't get kind of like information right now. This is not forecasting. We are going day by day, week by week. However, we were waiting for this pullback, at least corrective move, way before here. We didn't see that. We just see the rally is going continuously to the upside. Right now, we are kind of like to see a cool down here, potentially to 5,400. So 5,400 is going to be very, very important. And I'm going to keep an eye on this level for a further analysis. Moving on to Nasdaq, which was kind of like interesting as well. So Nasdaq just broken down to the downside as well. Stochastic just giving us a sell signal in a daily chart. And also, we can see some kind of like a follow through. Still, we can get all the way down to 18,900. So 18,900 is going to be the scenario that I'm looking at for NASDAQ. And that would be kind of like a nice reverse QM pattern again. So we just have broke above this pivotal point. So we just get above this pivotal point back test. Now we are getting back to the kind of like a bullish momentum. So if we get to here, if we see a reversal, then we can see some kind of like a nice bounce as well to higher high. So we will see how it goes. But again, as I said, next week, I should say, it's going to be choppy to the downside. Moving on to the US 30, which is Dow. Dow is getting to the downside as well. So Dow is forming another kind of like a scenario that we can see here we can get back to the bullish momentum. If we get back to this bullish momentum around somewhere around 39,900, 39,800, and if we get oversold condition, stochastic and daily chart, bull reversal, perfect scenario for reverse QM pattern to the upside, and we can see nice move to the upside. Dow Jones can be the first to new all-time high. Moving on to gold, which kind of like a hammer today. Um, we got a sell signal from stochastic as well. MACD is getting back to the sell signal, so we can see some kind of like a volatility picked up as well. If gold is getting back to 23,000 area, sorry, 2300, that's going to be kind of like the scenario that we can see for gold as a good buying opportunity. So wait, if we break through this pullback, sell signal to here for a fantastic buying opportunity. So wait for that one as well. Moving on to silver. Let me just bring the chart here. Here is the silver. Silver is just showing a nice reversal at the level that we were expecting. So we kind of like a nailed down this level. And the silver, I should say, we can see some kind of like a nice reverse QM pattern as well. So if we get kind of like a two oversold condition reversal, and price action is getting to 27.33, that's the level that I'm just looking at for silver to get into long position. So wait and see how market is going to react. The last chart is going to be, the last chart for the bigger one is going to be a crude. A crude just bouncing back up as we expected. So crude recently just sold off sharply, getting back to here, to this important pivot, and also this important pivot as well. So if we get kind of like a good reversal here, which seems like we are getting to a reversal, we can stretch out all the way to 76. And then if we get back, I would say that's going to be one of the most bearish signal that we can see. This kind of like a triangle is going to break through to the downside, and we can see 61 to 61 is coming down the road. So wait for that one. Moving on to individual names, starting with Bitcoin. Bitcoin just got a sell signal today, but it was kind of like a shallow. Um, right now in future market, just getting back to the upside. So still bullish consolidation, not a bad pattern. Ethereum, the same here as well. So not a bad session for Ethereum. Just to hold up very nicely. This is a nice bullish consolidation. Bond yield coming down today as well. And we can expect more downside is coming. Treasury hammer today, going down 1%, but still holding up this bullish setup here. So Treasury can go down still to 91 to 93 before the next rally. Moving on to VIX, 7-8% to the upside, to the fantastic move. VIX can still going higher, I believe 20 to 21. That's the level that we can see. And Dixie, just after nice surge to the upside, right now in future market, just like getting back to the downside. But a Dixie just hold up very nicely. This is kind of like a reaction to this pivotal point. Still looking for lower low for the dollar. Moving on to the magma, bearish engulfing at the top here. Very important level. This gap, this is kind of like the scenario that we were waiting for, and we just got a nice signal to the downside, which means technology is gonna go down as we were expecting. And right now, I should say, when technology is down, we can see some kind of like a more volatility in Nasdaq as well. Amazon, nice bearish engulfing. This is one of the chart that I was looking for to see. To the gap reversal, we can get down all the way to 56 to 160. Meta just hitting a nominal new all-time high, I should say, but nicely back down, still holding up here. Meta can go all the way down to here to 490 to 500. Microsoft, look at that. So this chart is sick, guys. So when Microsoft is weak, you shouldn't expect market rallying all the way like to the new all-time high. Even if it goes to new all-time high, we should just be careful because this chart is very, very important. When Microsoft is sick, we can expect a more downside in Nasdaq and also Microsoft itself as well. Google, down tick today as well. So this is a nice bear flag. I believe Google, if it breaks down below 150, then Google can go down to 120. Netflix going down as well, reversal. Not a bad session, but it's just going down. Tesla, nice 5%, 5.65% to the downside. Great move for Tesla in the downside. We just had a put position as well in Tesla. So I believe if it goes down here, we're going to just print lots of money here as well. Moving on to semiconductor index, SMH, a nice engulfing at the top here. So semis can go down all the way to 220. This is the SOX going down as well. Taiwan Semiconductor, nice reversal to the downside. I believe Taiwan can go 145 to 150 minimum. AMD just nicely reacting to this level, which is 150 to 160. Right now we are at 151. AMD can go to 135 to 140. NVIDIA, nice engulfing as well. So this is kind of like a nice reaction to this top. NVIDIA can go all the way down to 108, I should say, to 110, 112. That's the scenario that I have. Actually, I need to update these lines here. Just give me a second. I'm going to update it. So NVIDIA easily can go down to this level, which is 106 to 112 for next kind of like the scenario. If it's going to show up reversal, we need to see somewhere from here. Otherwise, NVIDIA, I pointed to my subscribers as well. There's going to be a gap here. I believe NVIDIA is going to go all the way down to here. So we'll see how it goes. Texas Instrument, a nice engulfing pattern at the top as well, 2.21%. Lam Research, great engulfing. Semis and big techies actually show sell-off today, which means more downside move is coming for Nasdaq as well. Moving on to XLF, which is Spider Financials. They're just nicely higher, and they just keep holding around all-time high. KBE, the same pattern here, just forming nicely to the upside. KRE, 16 cents up, not a bad session. JP Morgan, $2 up, pretty close to the all-time high. Goldman Sachs as well, $1.29. All banks are doing great. So it seems like banks are doing fantastic in this scenario, and money is just going to banks because they're just making lots of money. And I should say, I took a look at Visa, took a look at MasterCard and American Express. They are having a very good chart as well. So make sure watch those ones because good setups, especially for Visa, is there. A Bank of America is just going up as well, $1.49. When we see market is sold off and money is going to bank, this means the sell-off is not going to be that critical. So we should see some kind of like a pullback, a nice pullback for lots of techs, and money is just shifting over to different stocks. Wells Fargo, 50 cents up as well. Gold miners, they're just going down 99 cents. GDX, GDXJ, $1.52 down. AEM, $1.23 down. Newmont, 46 cents down. Holding up very well, Newmont. So Newmont can go higher after pullback, I believe, to 57 to $60, if you ask me. Franco Nevada, $2.44 down as well. And Franco is just laggard here. Gold Barrick, after good surge to the upside, just have a pullback. Potentially can go to $18 to $90 maximum, and we'll see after that. Moving on to XLE, which is Energy Spider. Energy Spider, after bounce for crude, Energy Spider going up, but not that strong. XOP going down, OH going down today. Exxon, just a bounce, and Chevron, just a bounce. This is kind of like the bounce that I'm expecting, and we can see more sell-off is coming, especially with these names after this bounce is finished. All right, guys, I believe I covered everything. Tomorrow, Jackson Hole Symposium, Powell is going to speak early morning. So we'll see how it goes. But I should say lots of volatility still is coming, especially for the next week or so. Next week is going to be last week of August. Potentially we will hold August positive, but I'm not sure for September. Tomorrow is going to be weekly edition. Make sure watch that one as well. Have a fantastic evening. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.